stars at night we both can see. Will I find my way home? You're beautiful to me, and now I see there'll be a day we'll find a place in this world, and I will follow, and you will come to me. Dreams of falling souls, I rest with hero souls. Silence is my home. They're not the only ones. Stay focused on our thoughts to find my chosen, and you will soon become.
The following is rated TVMA and is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Hey people, what's up? Okay, so today is Transformative Tuesday. And I'm going for something new here, so don't mind it. Just trying to script myself a little bit better so I can talk better. It's a work in progress to get myself better at this stuff, but the theme for today, the episode, transforming your life for positive change. Transforming your life for positive change. That's the theme. Okay. So, but hello everyone out there. Welcome back to Transformative Tuesday. I'm so excited to have you with me today as we kick off another episode, exploring how we can transform our lives for the better. And yes, you'll see me kind of reading. That's okay. It's hard to believe it's already March 11th, 2025. Can you believe we're almost a quarter of the way through the year? Time moves fast. But here's the thing. No matter how much time has passed, you always have the ability to change, to improve, and to turn things around. Every day is a fresh opportunity to transform your life. Think about it. 10 weeks into this year, and you've already had 70 days, 1,680 hours, 100,800 minutes. But what will you do with the next 70 days, the next 1,680 hours? That's what today is about. We're going to break down how to shift our mindset, take control of our time, and truly start transforming our dreams into reality. See, I got the script here, so hopefully, it doesn't sound too weird. I'm not used to this yet. Future times I won't cut in and be doing this stuff where I'm explaining myself. But by now, it's a new territory for me. I'm working on some things, so. So let's dive in, ready to get started. Let's talk about shifting our mindset because it all begins, there. So first, transforming negative thinking into positive action. We all face those days, don't we? The ones where negative thoughts come rushing in like an overwhelming tide. Maybe you've experienced it. You wake up and immediately think about everything you didn't accomplish the day before. Or perhaps the worries about your goals, whether they'll ever happen or not, start weighing on your mind. But here's something I've learned. Those negative thoughts are not facts. They are just thoughts, and we don't have to let them define our day. we have the power to reframe them. Here's how I've been approaching it a little bit lately. When a negative thought pops up, let's say it's I'm not good enough or I'll never get this done. I stop for a moment and ask myself if that's true. The answer most often is no. Instead of letting that thought spiral, I take a deep breath and turn it around. And I tell myself I'm capable. I may not have everything figured out yet, but I can take action today, and that's enough. It's not about getting rid of negative thoughts entirely, because let's be real, that's impossible. Right? It's impossible to get rid of negative thoughts completely. Or any thoughts that tend to mess with you, put you down or depress you or put you into stress or anxiety mode. Those thoughts can, be controlled in a way. We can't let them control us, but we can control them. It's about building a new habit of transforming negative into positive, little by little. So when those doubts come creeping in today, or tomorrow, or whatever day, try this, pause, reframe, find a positive thought to replace it. Right? If you're thinking something negative, try to replace it with something positive. And, it's a small step at first, but those small shifts in thinking can lead to big changes in time, over time, So just try to keep in your mind that, negative can be turned into positive. It just takes some practice. It takes some time to sit there and just, instead of beating yourself up, stop and take a breath and be like, nah, I can do this, Like take me for example, I'm always in worry mode, like, my business ain't gonna happen. But I just kind of stop, like, businesses aren't successful overnight, So you got to take your time and put in your mind that you can do it, and just keep trying instead of just throwing it away and saying, forget it, I'm not going to do it. That kind of thing, that's not going to transform your life. That's going to keep you in the rut you're in. So you got to turn the negative around into a positive and just, talk truth into yourself that the opportunity of owning a business is completely possible. It might feel impossible. It might feel like it's never going to happen, but it takes time. It's not an overnight thing. You can't just start a business or like get a business going and a business plan, and 24 hours later you're on the road to high success and fortune and fame and anything else, that comes with your little goal or your dream. So you take the negative and just turn it into a positive. In your mind, stop and think and say, stop thinking it's impossible. Keep putting the negative thought in your head, you're going to keep getting negative reactions, negative outcomes. So I'm training my brain, or trying to train my brain over the last week or so to do that. But, I still get into my head sometimes. It happens. But I have to keep reminding myself that, I can be a successful business owner. I can be this. I can be that, And sooner or later, it's going to get in my head nicely and good and stick and be like, yes, you got this. So, it's just kind of a thing where you have to figure out what you want and then go for what you want. And stop putting the negative on it to ruin it for you. Like my business, videography, entertainment kind of business, both those things. Because videography is a totally different ball game than entertainment. Entertainment's like these live streams. my gaming live streams, any like type little shows I come up with in the future, whether they become like put on national television or just stick into YouTube or whatever, it's still a goal of mine to put out content, shows, this talk radio, other things. And then the videography, which is like, just making memories for people. Say somebody wants to hire me as a wedding videographer. I go in, take some pictures, videotape their wedding, put it all together in a video with music and all that transitions and little editing tricks. Burn it on a DVD, or put it up to where they can download a digital copy of it, or get the hard copy DVD, and they got memories for the rest of their lives. So the wedding day, that happens. They get the DVD or the digital copy. 20 years down the road, like their 20th anniversary or something, they could watch the video and be like, "Oh, those moments were so wonderful." And that's giving people positive things to kind of look forward to in their lives with, like 20-year wedding anniversary. They watched their video of their wedding day, and it just gives them a positive, happy moment that they can remember for the rest of their lives. And it makes me feel good that that's even possible, that I can do that for someone. It's just an awesome thing, because I have passion for editing videos and putting videos together. And if I can create some kind of memory on a DVD or a digital copy for people to watch for the rest of their lives, and give them that joy at their 20th anniversary of marriage, and be like, "We lasted 20 years, and look at this video of our wedding day." It makes me feel good that I can have an opportunity to do that when that time comes where my business starts, taking off, and I start getting some clients to help make these memories and bring joy to people's worlds and stuff like that. Because think about that, a 20-year anniversary of a marriage, that's a good long marriage, 20 years. And if they watch my video memory that I make for them through videography, and they see the video, and they'd be like crying and stuff because 20 years of marriage, and they'd be like, "We ain't killed each other yet," So it's a good thing, and that's putting positivity out to the world, not negativity. I mean, I'm not gonna make a video that's all negative and say like, "Oh, this marriage ain't gonna last." What fun is that? So I'm working on, building this videography business, making people's memories and positive thoughts in the future as they watch their memories. And then with the live streams, like my show here, I do it, and hopefully on like a Monday or Tuesday, when it's Motivational Monday or Transformative Tuesday, I can, bring positivity into people's lives and try to help people become better while trying to make myself better. And it's always possible. It's just kind of a thing where you got to work it. You got to work it yourself. You got to work at your business. You got to work at your life. You got to work it. Everything takes work. Especially if you're going to have success at anything, it takes work. Whether it's, like I said, a regular 9-to-5 job where you're not the owner or the boss, or like owning your own job, or a marriage. Marriage takes work. I just talked about a 20-year marriage, and then seeing a video that Crow Rose Entertainment created for memories to be a positive thing, and that 20 years took work to make 20 years work of a marriage. I'm sure there was fights in between those 20 years. There's arguments, there's disagreements, but you push through, stay happily married and love each other, and then you watch that video that got created by Crow Rules Entertainment some 20 years ago, and just be like, I remember that day. That was so wonderful. it, that's what I'm all about with my video stuff. Passion to make editing of videos and make memories for people. So we go to the next little subject, and structuring your day for success. I've talked about success a little bit already. Success ain't overnight. But now that we've started the journey of transforming our minds, let's talk about transforming the way we spend our time. Okay. You probably heard the saying, time is money, but I think it's more than that. It's our most valuable resource. Once it's gone, we can't get it back. That's why how we spend our time matters. And lately, I've been spending my time a lot on working on my business, like working on my website, adding things, working around things, working on this show, working on how to get scripted better to where I can talk longer and make the hour kind of be more productive instead of blah, 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 blah. Okay? And spending time doing these things, it matters because it helps make you better in your business or in your videos or in your life. Like you spend time, cuddling with your wife after 20 years of marriage. Say you at your 20-year anniversary, right? And you start cuddling with your wife or something, and she'd be like, all like wanting to cuddle, and you put your arm around her, and she'd be looking at you all like sweet, like, let's watch that video Crow Rules Entertainment made us. But you just think back to all the times that you've had your disagreements or your arguments, and you worked through them, and spent time with your loved one. Time, spending time matters, and how we spend our time matters. You don't want to spend your time always in negativity, because that just brings on a sad existence for your life, So it's always good to have as much time as possible thinking positively. And I know, like, with me, with the stresses of trying to get my business going, the stresses of caregiving, the stresses of, everything can get to you and make you just think negatively and continue to, like, feel negative. But you always got to take time in the day to just get positive and think positive and just give yourself credit for what you do. I try to do that. Sometimes my mind don't want to cooperate with me, so I have to, like, actually sit there and stop for a little while and be like, okay, John, you're appreciated by your family. You help your mama. You help your brother. They appreciate you. You just get stressed out because you're like totally just on call 24/7. They call you and it's like, John. 24/7 on call, okay? And someone like me, I do it for free because I love my mama, I love my brother, and time with them matters because sooner or later they ain't gonna be around. So you got to spend time and cherish the moments you have with these people, even though they drive you nuts, even though they annoy you at times. But you still gotta, like, spend time with them and give them your time sometimes and just kind of share life with these people who annoy you sometimes. But I love you all. And I'll be honest, there have been days where I felt like I was just floating through the hours. I'd look back at the end of the day and think, what did I actually accomplish? That's a feeling I don't want to have anymore, and I'm sure you don't either. Um, so I'm trying to start doing a little simple yet effective scheduling of my day. Um, the idea is not to fill every minute with work or tasks. Trust me, that's a recipe for burnout. The key is balance. Um, I'm I'm gonna start like writing down my main priorities for each day, and then break down my days into blocks of time. Um, try it out, like work time, personal time, kind of creative time. Try to bring thoughts out of my brain. Try to bring ideas out of my brain that they're in there. I just don't know how to express it. And then most importantly, rest time. When I go to bed at night and get some sleep. Um, and each task will have its own like scheduled time period of how long I do each thing. Because I don't want to like start one thing and go all day doing that. Like the rest. I don't want to rest time and do it all day long. Um, uh, let's see. I'm learning that focusing on one thing at a time makes a difference instead of like trying to do 6 things at once. A lot of times I'm trying to do 6 things at once, and it gets very stressful. Like, like tonight even, I was multitasking like crazy tonight. I did the dishes, and then I had to stop dishes to do mom's pills, and then I had to, then I started doing dishes a little bit again, and then I had to stop to feed my pet snake, and then I had to go and back and finish the dishes, and then I washed them and dried them and put them away, and then I had a cigarette to get my mind kind of and ready for the show. You know, so timing out a day is very hard sometimes because even if you try to work out a plan for the day, it doesn't always go as planned. um, and here's something that I've read is good, like scheduling breaks. I know it sounds simple, but planning like a 10-minute break to go have a cigarette or go do something other than like thinking about my business or thinking about my show or thinking about dinner or thinking about dishes or thinking about anything else that has to do with kind of work. It's always a good thing to do, and it can refresh you and make you want to be more productive overall. It's about finding the rhythm that works for you, um, and the rhythm that works for me. I haven't found that rhythm yet. I'm still pushing on it and trying to figure this stuff out because I got so much going on in a day that I gotta figure things out. And then sometimes I want to try to get out and do something, but other things are kind of pressing, so I can't get out and just kind of like once in a while in the future here, the near future, I'll probably take times where certain days I just go for a walk, maybe go by myself, go for a walk, maybe go up to the park where me and Dan used to hang out. Because I'm going to start D&J Show Season 3, a little tribute to Dan Meeker. Being at the park, I can kind of make some clips for that show and then come home and edit it a little bit, put it together to build the show. And then that also gives me like me alone time. And sometimes alone time can be good. Sometimes it drives me nuts because I don't like being alone. I like doing things with people in my life, but sometimes being alone it can be a good thing, creatively and emotionally. Like with the D&J Show thing, being alone could be good for me emotionally. With the passing of my best friend Dan, it's been a while, but I've never really went into like doing these shows to pay tribute to him. or like actually, you know, do the whole grieving thing. I haven't had time for it. So, but that's a good way to get, get out by myself, think about my boy Dan, cut some videos to edit into a show. And plus it'll give me, time to myself to think about how to be creative with this show. You know. But, so to end this little segment part, so I'm going to challenge you, all of you watching. I'm going to challenge you. Think about your day ahead. How can you organize it to make the most of your time? Maybe you could try time blocking or just writing down your top 3 goals of the day. Start with one small change and see how it impacts your productivity. You're in control of your day. So that's my challenge for you. Let's think about your day, each day just think about your day and how you can organize it to make the most of your time. And, have a good day, not be like all negative and all that crap. Okay, so go to little segment 3 here. Turning dreams into reality, which is a big thing for me because I got goals and the dreams and the visions in my head that I need to bring out and bring into reality. I just don't know how to get them out yet. But yes, this is a big one. We all have dreams, big dreams, small dreams, personal goals, professional aspirations. But sometimes those dreams feel like they're miles away, unreachable, distant. But they don't have to be that way. You can try to pull them in a little bit more every day. Because I know I've felt that way. I have this vision for my business and my personal life, but it's easy to get discouraged. You work hard every day, and yet it feels like the finish line keeps moving further away. Okay? But here's the thing I've realized. Progress is progress no matter how slow. And I keep trying to tell myself every day. You can't get success overnight. Progress and progress and progress. It takes time, it takes energy, it takes work, it takes thinking. And I'm not that great at thinking sometimes. And if you're anything like me, you've probably written down your big dreams, your long-term goals, but those goals often seem like an overwhelming mountain. And yes, overwhelming mountain. And living in the Pacific Northwest here, my dreams and long-term goals feels like trying to overcome Mount Rainier, like climb Mount Rainier and go over to the other side. It's very it seems so impossible. The key in my reading and studying, my key is breaking those dreams into smaller, achievable steps. Instead of saying I want to grow my business, try saying I want to launch my website by the end of the month. Or I want to reach 100 new members this week. And that's what I've been doing, kind of, I've been chopping it up, like with this show, like, or my YouTube channel. I want to get 500 subscribers by the end of the summer. Or I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So that's kind of my goal for YouTube, getting those subscribers. For my business, I was at that point. I want to launch my website by the end of the month. I got my website launched. I upgraded it. Thanks to my mom. My mama helped me pay for the upgrade to my website. It's now trying to get my business growing to where I can get some income coming in to help me keep that website upgraded. Help me, do the things I need to do to have a successful business, help me with successful talk radio, all that stuff. But it's the small steps that build up, one after the other. And don't get discouraged if it feels like progress is slow. It takes time. Success is built on consistency, not speed. And I got one person on Kick right now that said, yo, yo. So what's up? Thank you for watching and tuning in. Don't mind my blabbing here. I'm just trying to talk about, Transformative Tuesday, transforming people's lives or transforming your own life and trying to get better. How are you, brother? I'm good, man. Thank you for asking. Just, putting this show together, trying to, get better at this talk show thing. So take a moment today. Think about that big dream you have and then break it down into one small step you could take today, just one, and take it. That's how you move forward. You just, every day you take a step forward. And I do that with this show. Because I do an episode a day, Monday through Friday. Every day is a new step to get better. Can I help you? Can you help me? I'm about to heat up the spoon again. You're about to heat up the spoon again, okay? Why would you want to heat up the spoon again? What good is that gonna do for you? What positiveness is that gonna bring your life if you heat up the spoon again? No need to be heating up spoons and stuff, man. But yeah, just taking a step a day. It's just me falling into an old trap, bro. Yeah, you don't need to be falling into those traps, man. You can get yourself out of those situations. But, so, moving to segment 4, little segment here. Any motivation for me, brother? Yeah, just get out of your old traps, man. Just work toward being better, That's all I can say. Everybody's got their issues, everybody's got their problems, everybody's got, issues in their lives. But you got to know how to positive handling of things, not, you just don't need to be doing shit you don't need to do. Yeah. There's no reason to be, wanting to do drugs or any of that shit, All that is going to drag you down. You got to build yourself up instead of, feeding into that. Which brings to segment 4, building a community around your passions. As I dive into this final segment, I want to talk about something that's so essential in any transformation community. Think about it for a moment. We're all drawn to connection. Whether it's with family, friends, colleagues, or people who share our passions. There's a deep-seated need to belong to something larger than ourselves. It's one of the most powerful drivers behind human behavior. And I got these people on Kick talking about stream is giving me a good buzz. Bro, are you being forced into this for your parole or something? What's with this stream? This is my stream of talk radio, and I use it to try to help people if I can. If people watch my show and then they ask me questions and I give answers and they don't want to freaking take it, I can't feed it to them. No, this ain't a part of a 10-step program. and I'm not in recovery. The only bad habit I have is smoking cigarettes. So, but I mean, in the past, I've done drugs a little bit, but, I got out of that situation. I just got tired of drugs, so I just got out of it. Um, but, feel free to watch my show. If you think it's funny or you want to crack jokes about me, that's fine. I'm going to continue doing what I do and trying to help people, become better. Like me, like I said, I deal with my depression and my anxiety and my stress, and you know, it's a very weird thing to deal with when you're trying to be out there in public like this, making videos and talking to people who want to um, I understand y'all are talking about drugs, and it's two different people with the same first name. Like one says Joey Piss and one says Joey Shit. It's probably, people wanting to, come on and just talk crap. That's fine. All the power to you. It makes it funner for me to talk. Even though if you are really dealing with like some kind of drug problem, maybe seek some help, man, If you really don't want to be in this situation of being like a druggie or whatever, go get some help. Ask for help from a reputable like place. You go to the hospital, get help. You don't have to ask a man on your screen like me, who is, on YouTube. I can't help you in a physical sense. I can maybe put thoughts in your mind to stop the drugs. You don't need the drugs. Your life's better than, being on drugs. You can make better decisions and have a better life if you get off drugs, man. You don't need drugs. So if you two are watching and you're actually honest about all this, you don't need drugs, man. Drugs just pull you down. It's just gonna, you can get into the situation of being a real bad addict and run out of money and be broke, and then be like, what are you gonna do then? What about your bills? What about whatever? Just every time you start wanting to do something like that where you're wanting to get high or whatever, think about it before you try to like get high. Think about it. Think about what it's going to do. Is it going to help you any? Is there any positivity to getting high? What are you trying to block out in your life by doing drugs? I mean, seriously. There's other ways to deal with your issues, your stresses, your anxieties, your depression. There's other ways to deal with it, and better ways to deal with it than like popping some pills, smoking some weed, or smoking this or smoking that, or what? But it is what it is, and if any words I said helped you guys or gave you a little bit of an insight about anything, cool. If not, I try. I try. But the feeling like in a community, being in a community of friends and family and stuff who care about you, it's meaningful, and that can spark change. Or listening to someone like me who isn't like an expert on any of this stuff. I just kind of come and talk from the heart, try to help people, try to help myself, try to help my family. But transformation's all in your hands, whether you want to admit it or not. You can make changes for the better or for the worst. But years ago, I just found myself consumed with creating content for my life, memories, the videos, and all that stuff. And it just kind of, you know, brought me to this, to where I want to start doing videos like this, having a show and having, things to, help people, possibly. I don't expect to be a hero or like some kind of like person who knows what the heck I'm talking about most of the time, because I don't. um, but I try to just kind of, connect with people on my chat, connect with people in my life, and give suggestions and all that stuff. Sometimes my suggestions get taken. Sometimes they just throw them to the side and be like, he don't know what he's talking about, whatever. But I try, you know. I'm not perfect. I'm not the smartest man in the world, okay? But I just, I want this world to be better. I want the people in this world to be better. Whether I know you or not, a stranger or not stranger, I just want people to be better in their lives and in their heads and, have positiveness and not sit there and think negative and talk about drugs and do drugs and all that stuff, Because I know, drugs can be a very big strain on your life if you get into drugs and become like addicted and, especially like heavy drugs, you don't need that. Um, you're worth more than just getting high all the time. I'm sure there's some kind of, you know, talent you have that the world could use. Whether it's me like doing videography or live streams, maybe you know how to sing and you can sing. That, the world would rather hear you singing than watching you do drugs. I don't know. It's just everybody has a talent, and why ruin that with drugs or other things? Um, and then you can't force community on people. You can't force people to come like on a chat like this during a live stream and air their baggage like these guys kind of did. And, whether they're just kind of spamming my show here or not, I don't know the truth because I'm just a person on your screen and you're just a person on texting, you know. But I can't sit there and say, you are spamming me. So I'm trying to, let you know that your life's more important than drugs. There's got to be something in you that's, you got that some kind of talent or some kind of thing that'll help this world that you could just, instead of drugs, aim your priorities at something else, something good, something, more powerful than yourself or whatever. But yeah, community like joining my live stream or chatting and watching, it's just a good thing. Interaction is good, whether it's good at interactions or bad interactions. It helps to, kind of give positive feedback or negative feedback. I'd rather have positive over negative, but sometimes things are just negative. Um, so one of the key things I learned early on is that community building starts with listening, and sometimes I don't listen. But when you create something, whether it's content or a service, you're creating for others, not for yourself. So reading the text on my chat here and listening to other people's thoughts and stuff like that, that's what I should be doing instead of just always thinking to myself. And sometimes I do that. Sometimes I just be thinking about myself and how um, horrible things are, or how bad I think I'm doing at this show. And then I sit there and say, okay, wait, I'm being negative again. So instead, I'd rather be watching the chat, discussing things with the people on my chat, and maybe even trying to help people. Um, because I do aim for good in the world. I aim to better things in people's lives, maybe, and just give people things to look forward to. That's what videography is all about for me, is getting those memories made for people, and just kind of having fun while I'm doing it, but trying to build a career as well with the videography stuff and entertainment, live streams, gaming lives, different shows I might create over time. Um, but it's just a cool thing. Um, Now, I was writing down some stuff about creating safe spaces to connect with people. Like, um, let's talk about creating safe spaces for people to connect, like on my live stream here. You feel free to chat whatever you want. Whether it's true or not, just chat. And my reactions to the chat may not help you because you may not be being truthful. You might just be playing around. But it might help somebody else in the world who's having that issue. And maybe a negative thing can become a positive thing for someone else. Um, but building a community, a true community is where people feel comfortable being themselves and they feel like they can share their ideas, their struggles, and even their failures without fear of judgment. And I'm trying to build a safe thing like that because I always fear um, judgment. People judging me, people telling me I'm not good enough, or I'm stupid, or, all those things, and the struggles of that going on in my head. So I always try to put myself around people who will be more positive and, give me criticism, but not like hateful criticism. Maybe give me ideas of how to change something, or give me like tips on how to improve this or that. That's what I try to surround myself with. But think about the best community you've been a part of. What made them stand out? What made you feel like you could be vulnerable? And why did you keep coming back to those communities? Whether it's Facebook or Twitter or X or TikTok, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, all that. What makes you keep going back? What stands out in those communities that you feel safe to talk and just kind of share your life? Or like these two typing about some kind of drugs or something, and it's just kind of, if you feel safe to talk about it, I'm fine with you talking about it. And if it's true, I'm fine discussing it with you and, telling you don't need the drugs, man. I'm sure you have some kind of talent or something to bring to the world that is better than drugs. And I'm not trying to be preacher guy or nothing. Just trying to like help people.
Doing anything is better than doing drugs.
Yeah, anything is better than doing drugs. Like the wife just said.
Not doing them.
But if these people are true on the chat here, they brought it up, and I'm trying to talk to them and tell them there's better ways, there's better stuff. So yeah, but community is always a good thing. That's why while I'm starting building Micro Rules Entertainment, website and everything. Um, I'm making sure to focus on creating an environment where people can share openly and honestly and not take judgment from me. I'm not going to judge anybody. Um, and I just do this show, and I show my vulnerability too because I'm an anxious guy. I'm always nervous when I come on doing these shows. Um, but I do it because, I want to better myself and better this world and make it, so people in this world can better themselves and not have to have all this negative or uh, stuff like that. But I always make it clear to people that they're welcome, regardless of their background or what they do in their private life. And they can chat and, communicate with me. If they want to ask questions, that's cool. Sometimes they might not like what I have to say, but they could take it and just kind of give it some thought and, go from there. But yeah, it's just one of those things where my community is always open to everybody. And I just want people to be able to come talk and chat, share their lives, ask questions. If I have a guest, like tomorrow night, I got a guest coming on the show. I already interviewed him. It's pre-recorded, so there will be no live chat thing where you can ask the guest a live question, but you can watch the interview and see what was said. And this coming Friday, I'm gonna have James Buckman on my show live Friday night, so you can join in and chat, whatever, listen to what he has to say and all that stuff, and just kind of go with it. But it's kind of cool to think that building a community for people to chat, just kind of talk and get advice or get anything that could help them. I like that. So, just keep coming back, keep being part of the community, chatting, all that stuff. Go check out my website. Become a member. You can post in the forums. You can post in the groups. You can read my blogs. I'm starting blogs now. There will be a blog. Pretty often I'll be posting blogs. Just to kind of add to this video thing. And community. People can reply to my blogs, share their thoughts, go from there. And hopefully, with some of these shows, I can help people better themselves, as well as me helping myself better myself. Because I know I can be a pain in the ass, grumpy, mean person sometimes. I know this. But I work on it. I try not to be as bitchy as I used to be. But I still can be sometimes. Ask my mom. She liked this video earlier. But I know I annoy the hell out of her. The wife, I annoy the hell out of her sometimes too. My brother, I annoy the hell out of him sometimes. It just, So here, upcoming guests, March 12th. John Bukowski. That's tomorrow night, John Bukowski. Friday, March 14th, James Buckman. Next Monday, Motivational Monday, Betsy Kudlinski, March 17th. And then March 25th, R-Truth. And most of these are pre-recorded interview type things. April 4th, Michael Allison. And then April 10th, brown old lantern, which I still think it's going to be live. So we'll see. Because she said she'll be overseas, and 11 p.m. my time would be like 8 or 9 a.m. her time overseas or whatever. So we'll see. If she changes and says she needs to do it pre-recorded, I'm cool with that, and we'll work it out, plan it out. But as I close out this episode of Transformative Tuesday, I don't know if I've helped anybody, like, be better, but I try. I try my best to just be a good person, care about people, and, I'm not a professional, like, psychiatrist or, doctor or whatever. I can't, like, seriously, like, get into, like, those little mental talks of how to change, but I can give ideas of how to change and better yourself. Because, I just care about people, strangers or not, and y'all are my viewers who watch my show. I'm trying to build my viewership and, have a good, loyal audience that watch. It's just taking a little time. But I'll get there, And as I start gaining a better audience number, viewer number, it's going to be cool. So, and after this show, go check out my website. Read the blogs that are on my website. I'll be posting a new blog after this show. Maybe 2. I'm not sure. So I got one ready to post, and then I can get the other one ready to post. So, but we'll see what happens. 1 or 2 posts on the blog tonight. You can go read it. I'll share it on Facebook and all that stuff. But I thank you guys for watching. Whoever watched live, and whoever will watch after I'm live, like, watch the recorded version of it. I thank you all for your support and watching me and dealing with my rambling and dealing with the non-intelligent ways of talking sometimes, because I'd be like, I don't know. I'm not psychiatrist person. I can't help, like, in that kind of sense, but I try to give alternative routes that you could take to be better, or try to be better. So I hope the fella on Kick, is okay and stuff like that, because I believe the Kick people have left now and, not watch it no more. They probably got bored with it, so they left or something. I don't know. But, yeah. Thank you all for tuning in. I will see you guys tomorrow on Wedgie Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Wedgie Wednesday. Wedgie. Because it's the middle of the week. You gotta have a wedgie in the middle of the week. Shoot. And it's kind of a fun little pun on the middle of the week. It's okay. So we got Wedgie Wednesday coming tomorrow. After that, it's Time Warp Thursday. And then finally Friday to close out the week. So I hope you guys tune in to at least one of those episodes, if not all 3. Because tomorrow night will be John Bukowski pre-recorded interview. I'll throw it on there. Friday night will be James Buckman live interview, kind of talk to him and stuff like that. So I hope you all join me on those nights at least. And maybe Thursday, the paranormal type night. Paranormal, urban legends, myths, aliens, ghosts, all the freaky stuff in the world. But much love. Y'all take care of yourself. The kick folks that we're talking, take care of yourselves, Do some thinking on your life, of how you could better your lives as well. And if I hit home with anything, cool. Because I just, I do want to help people. I try. I'm just not, what do you call it? Trained in this area. Okay? I'm not a trained expert, okay? I'm just a regular old guy trying to be doing a show and have fun. So, anyways, peace. See you in 23 hours or so. Something like that. Much love.